Just in time, Mr. Schaefer. It's 11 o'clock. I will call the Harrison County Commission meeting for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023 to order. And if you will rise and join us in the invocation and pledge. Mr. Fryers, please. Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there anyone signed up to speak publicly? I guess there is now. Just identify yourself, please. We know you, but
My question is, we're on the agenda, read this item number 10. Is there going to be any questions that we can answer or you are consider?
I can't answer that. Mr. Hinkle's one that requested, I believe, requested the agenda item.
No. You're not going to need us. Nothing to be done. I'm going to respectfully, we'll go ahead and bow out of the meetings.
Okay, thanks for coming. Is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to speak publicly? Anyone on Zoom wish to speak publicly? Okay, hearing none, we will move on to the consent agenda. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve consent agenda.
Motion to approve consent agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Hearing none, all in, motion carried. Sorry, I meant to make sure you were on there, Patsy, but there you are. Okay, number 3, payroll change notices, A through C. What is the pleasure?
Move to approve payroll changes A through C.
Motion to approve payroll change notices A through C. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 4, minutes and or amended minutes of previous meeting for the work session on October 6, 2023. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve work session minutes of 10/6/2023 as presented.
Motion to approve work session minutes from 10/6 of 23 as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 5, requisitions, purchase orders and invoices. A, for enlarged Hepzibah PSD ARPA funds. And B, vendor list of payments.
Move to approve purchase orders and invoices A and B.
Motion's been made to approve purchase orders and invoices A and B. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Is there anything for number 6 at this time?
At this time, no, there's really none update for 6.
Number 7, review, discuss, consider resolution authorizing the acceptance of grant funds from the West Virginia Department of Health and Human Resources under the Emergency Medical Services Salary Enhancement Fund. Who can speak to that or wants to speak to that?
So I can speak to a part of it. Last week, we received a letter from the state informing us that we will be receiving some money for the EMS Emergency Medical Services Salary Enhancement Fund. With that fund, it will give us $125,581.40 that will go towards the salary enhancement. And it also gives us a total of $18,181.81 to be used for providing crisis response service in the support of the first responders. So with that, it's a total of $143,763.21. With that, it is required that we invoice the state for this money. So what it is on the agenda is to approve affixing the president's signature and invoicing the state for this money. Now, when it comes back, it is my understanding that the state already has it pre-calculated with how much each of the agencies will get. We don't have to worry about anything like that. We're just going to have to do the paperwork and be the pass-through entity.
Do we have to open an account for this?
No, a fund.
Right now, at this time, we do not have to open a separate account, but I will say not everything has been laid out clear at this point. I know the invoice is now due to the state by November 30th, because originally it was told that you have to spend the money by November 30th, but the invoice just has to go to the state by the 30th. So I'm sure if we have to create an account, we'll hear between now and then. This is also something that we can apply for. The intention is every year we can apply for it.
So basically, you just need to approve the resolution for the funds.
Yeah, the resolution and also invoicing the state and affix the president's signature to it.
Okay. Motion to approve resolution accepting grant funds from West Virginia Department of Health and Human Services for Emergency Medical Service Salary Enhancement Fund for the president to fix her signature and to go ahead and begin the billing process to the state.
You don't gonna ask me if, okay, motion's been made. I was gonna try. I was gonna attempt it.
I don't think
I
could
was
do
gonna
it again.
attempt it. As stated by Commissioner Hinkle. Fair enough?
Yeah, because I didn't want to try to repeat it either.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Okay, hearing none, motion carried. Okay, it's 11:07. I think we had a funding request for South Harrison FFA. John Lockhart, is he? Oh, there he is. I thought that might be you.
Good morning. Mr. Lockhart was unable to be here this morning, so I'm stepping in for him. My name is Kyle Kidwell. I'm the other advisor at South Harrison. I'm split between the middle school and the high school. And we submitted a grant, or not a grant, but a funding request to help offset some of the costs for our students to attend the National Western Stock Show to compete in the National Livestock Judging Competition in Denver, Colorado this January. And a couple of things that the biggest reason that we would like to go is this is the most prestigious livestock competition, livestock judging competition that there is for the youth. There are several national contests, but this is the one that we really want to go to. We would really like to go win. Some things that are in it for our students are number one, having the opportunity to be a national champion. You don't get that every day, so it'd be a very nice thing for us to be able to go do. And they would have the access to quality of livestock that you just don't have around here. The quality of livestock that you have in the Western United States far surpasses what you can raise in the Eastern United States. So that will also help them prepare for the National FFA contest, which is coming up next October. So we would like to be able to go and attend that. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity for these students. These students will only have the opportunity to compete in this competition once. And it's really going to help them with their leadership development. It will help them with their public speaking development as well. And that will give them an opportunity when they come back to share what they've learned with the youth of our county as well. And that's also going to fulfill one of our aims in the FFA, which is to develop premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. Just some notes about some of the success that we've had in the past little bit. We've had 4 state champion career development event teams We've had 12 state proficiency winners, so they had the best supervised agricultural opportunity or supervised agricultural experience program in the state. We actually have 2 national finalists for proficiencies this year, and we'll find out about this time next week whether they won. So they're in the top 4 in the nation. So they've really had some good development there as well. We have over 40 program completers, and we should have probably 25 program completers this upcoming year. And then we've also built a brand new meat and poultry sciences facility for student opportunity for them to learn some of the meat sciences trade as well. So we've got some good work that we've been doing over there. The money that we would be asking for will go towards the entry fee. So each competitor would be required to pay a $250 entry fee. This would also go towards plane tickets for the contestants and hotel accommodations as well. So we respectfully consider a funding request from the county commission to help us in this endeavor. And if there's any questions, I'll do my best to answer those for you at this time.
So would they be showing?
Hey, Mr. Kidwell,
Yes,
I didn't hear what he said.
I didn't hear what you
Just
said.
said, hey,
Okay.
Hey, Patsy.
no, I just said, Mr. Kidwell, what a wonderful program. Thank you so much. And I'll let the commission president speak after I did. I'm sorry I interrupted you, ma'am. I
That's
just
all
want
right.
to say what a wonderful program. And it's not just a program at the school, but it's a community program that attends community things such as the Lions Club. True. The $1,000 that I'm gonna make a motion for is well spent.
I didn't know what he said.
Man, I caught the part of it.
Madam President, did you get that?
You're breaking up, Patsy.
Just that the
I think
motion is for
Commissioner-
$1,000 and thank him again and his cohort.
For 1,000, they're requesting 5,000.
Yes, what am I saying? Yes,
I thought you said 1,000. Their request was 5,000.
right.
Okay, that's what that's your motion for 5,000.
He said 1,000.
You-
You're saying one.
You want to make your motion, Patsy?
How many students?
There would be 4 students. We can only take 4 to compete.
Can you give us an idea how much you've raised to date?
To date. I mean, we have some fundraisers that happen constantly. I think from just donations, we've probably raised about $1,000 so far. And we have donations that roll in every day as well.
The money that if the county gives it to you, will we know for sure that it goes to this specific project? And if
Yeah, absolutely.
you are attending this, whether I don't know, what's the number you need to financially be able to take the kids?
I'll be completely honest with you. I don't entirely know what that is. Every little bit helps. We've got about 1,000 in donations, and I expect that we'll have more as well. It's $1,000 for the entry fees for the team. And then it would be just plane tickets, hotel accommodations on top of that. And some of that, we don't mind at all spending some of what we've raised for the chapter as well.
Who all chaperoning the students? Is it parents or is it the school?
It would be a combination of both. So there would be parent volunteers, and there would also be Mr. Lockhart and myself.
Do you have any questions?
Now, I may have a suggestion for another funding source.
Okay.
Because it was told to me yesterday, so.
Okay.
I'll let you know. You still there, Patsy?
Yes, Madam President.
Okay. Would you make your motion? Again, I think we're confused here.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's me. I make the motion to grant their request, Madam President.
Okay, motion's been made to grant their request, and I'm gonna say that $5,000, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's what they asked for, right?
Yes, sir. Okay,
Okay.
is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. And I concur with Commissioner Treecost. I know you guys do a great job out there.
Thank you very much for your time.
You got it. Okay, review, discuss, consider a resolution authorizing the application to the Youth Development Foundation to erect lighting at the Summit Park softball field. Hey, Gina.
Gina. I believe I received a lot of text messages from you when people came here.
Do what?
Said I get a lot of texts. from you.
I know, but I don't want to be heard. Good morning. This is asking for the authorization to apply for a grant through the Youth Development Foundation. And it will be used to erect and install lighting at the Summit Park baseball field. And I have to send in a letter of interest and also an application. The total amount of the cost is no more than $205,000. We don't have a match on it, but if the county can provide any funds at all toward it, it makes the application stronger. So I'm open for a suggestion as to how much that you do want me to ask for. I'm also considering the land and water conservation grant for this project as well. And that grant, we have to provide 50% match. So I'm really hoping that this one will go through, but I want to do that one as a follow-up just in case, or maybe to help.
Is this to replace all lighting up there?
It's to put lighting up around
is
the
no-
field. There's nothing there now.
There were-
This is the big softball field that
The one, are both fields or all, just the one?
the one big field
At
on
the
the
bottom.
main, at the bottom, the main
Okay.
level.
Okay,
And these lights, there'll be and a box set up out there to operate the lights with. Plus, if I remember what the guy said that day, they can be remotely operated as well. So like if Danny had control at the control box through his phone, then if a team is going out there or, to practice, or if there's tournaments, he can actually turn the lights on at a specific time and then make sure they're back off at a specific time. Or we can have
You got a dinner for Lincoln High School?
dinner for Lincoln High School.
so the grant is for, because I'm kind of confused. on-
It's putting up the lights.
Right,
they'll
I
have to
know,
run
but it's
electric.
how much dollar amount?
The quote that they gave me was from 195,000 to 205, so it'll fall within that at some point.
But, and the commission needs to put money into this?
They don't have to, it's not a match, but to make the application stronger, they like to see other committed funds or that we're getting funds from somewhere else also.
Did I miss something? How much is the project gonna be?
205. From 195 to 205 is the way that the quote came in
Okay,
to me.
She's applying for not to exceed 205.
Right.
But you want to know if we're going to put a 10% match or 20%.
Yeah, if you're willing to do that, then when I put my amount in, I can ask for that amount and indicate
Okay.
that the county is willing to match it 10%, 5%.
Okay.
Any little bit helps. And like I said, I do want to apply for this other grant as well. It is a 50% match, so I'd like for this one to go through, but if not, then.
Madam President,
yes,
we've always had the golden rule is 75-25 is free money. I'll make the motion that we pledge 25% to this in lieu of the fact that that way we don't have to put into 50% towards the other one.
You're gonna apply for both of them and then we can,
I would like to, if I
Okay.
don't get this one, I have until June 30th
okay.
of next year to do the other one, so I
Okay,
should
gotcha.
know about
Okay.
this one first.
You see what I'm saying, Gina?
I know, I
If
got.
we,
I
I
know, I need-
yeah, if we can get away with 25% on this one as a token of our appreciation, as opposed to 50% on the other one, heck yeah.
So your motion is to move forward with the resolution and match
And
up to 20 or to 25% or 25%.
absolutely, Madam President, that would be free money to us.
Okay. That's the motion.
Question, will the money come out of Parks and Rec or out of general county revenue?
It would come out of Parks and Rec.
Then Parks and Rec can afford that match.
Yes.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Thank you, Gina.
You're welcome.
Number 9, review, discuss, consider access and remediation letter agreements for Joseph Bishop, I guess A through D, Linda Griffin, Danny Leary, and Vera Eubank.
Good morning. Charlotte Schaefer with the planning department. These are agreements for whenever we get money from the DEP, we can take these houses down and put liens on their houses. And these are agreements from the property owner saying that we can do that.
So this is for demolition.
Yes.
What's pleasure?
Move to approve resolution. Or I guess access and remediation letter agreements, A, B, C, and D,
And a fixed president's signature,
and the
please.
fixed president's signature.
Motion's been made to approve the access and remediation letter agreements A through D. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Okay, hearing none, motion carried. Number 10, review, discuss fire service fees.
There seems to be, at least from this commissioner's point of view, some issues where this commission has said that we approved a fire tax back in 1982, and that we have never approved a fire tax. We approved an agreement between Nutter Fort and Stonewood to be first due. And if you go back and look at that agreement, we all agreed that it would be a $25 charge. Harrison County does not have a fire tax, a fire fee. We've never approved a fire tax or fire fee. We've never formed a fire protection or any kind of board that could collect a tax. So I would like to make it clear, as it has not been lately, that we are not responsible for any municipality collecting a fire fee. And I would also like to make it clear, and I will ask our attorney, but I'm not sure that they can put a lien on these fees because it's outside of the municipality, and I would like to look into that, whether or not these cities can put liens on property outside of the municipalities. Because that has been discussed by the public. Latest letter by Quiet Dell or by Stonewood and Nutter Fort is Again, it's an agreement with the Harrison County Commission, and yes, we did make them first responders for those areas, and if you go back and look at the agreement that they all agreed to, it was a $25 fee. The only reason they're able to do this is because of state code and a lawsuit that was taken because the city of Bridgeport at the time tried to collect a fire fee outside of their city limits, and it came back that you could collect a fire fee first due. I don't think that we need to make sure that everybody understands that any city can collect in their first due, and that's not anything that we control. If the citizens want us to look at controlling fire fee services, they can ask. They can petition us and we can put it on the ballot. Or this commission can start a fire board. And that fire board can then make a decision if the county needs to collect a fee. But this commission is not responsible for any city that's collecting a fire fee. And we've never approved collection of a fire fee other than the original $25 back in 1982. So that's really all I have, Susan, is I keep getting hit that we're the ones doing it. It was made in the news that again, that it was this commission or commission approved collection of a fire fee. And that's not been able to find any record where we did that, where we were ever had an election by the public to collect a fire fee. So I just want to make sure that the county citizens understand that it's strictly a municipality issue. It is not a commission issue.
Thank you. Laura, do you have,
I don't have
Administrator-
anything this week, Madam President.
Commissioner Treecost, do you have any comments?
No, thank you, Commissioner Hinkle.
Commissioner Henkel, do you have any further?
Good.
I have nothing. Entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried.